Hello and welcome to Braintree High School here on the side turf as we are ready for some varsity field hockey here at Braintree High School, and we are getting ready for the Wamps and Canton, the Bulldogs. As Braintree comes into today's action at 6 and 6, Mike Wassel bringing you the coverage here on BCAM TV as we stream live both on YouTube and the BCAM TV station, channels 9 and 28 on Verizon and Comcast. Getting ready for a big matchup. Braintree still right now on track to make the postseason, standing at 500, 6 and 6, 6 and 4 overall in the Bay State Conference, 2 out-of-conference losses, but trying to get a victory here today over another non-conference matchup against Canton. And Braintree will start with the ball in their home white uniforms. And certainly something that Braintree wants to do is try and get an early lead here in the first 15-minute quarter. As we are underway, Braintree will possess as Birchill swings it all the way to the right side of the field. And Braintree now extending on the far side where it goes out of bounds, and Braintree will have the hit. Braintree coming off of a home loss to Notre Dame Academy, trying to get back in the win column with the game here today. Probably one of the nicer days left here in October. Pretty warm temperatures, slight wind here at the beginning of the game. As Canton will touch the ball for the first time after it went out of bounds off of Braintree. And they'll hit it out of their own end, where Braintree's able to intercept as Woods knocks it into the middle of the field. And now it is Marston trying to get possession for Braintree as the whistle goes against the visitors, and Braintree will, actually the call goes the other way. Official waving one way, then changing her mind, going the other way as it's over midfield. And over the midfield mark, Cunningham knocks it up for Canton. Working it past the Braintree defense is Bohane. And a chance towards the goal where Braintree's doing a nice job there defensively. Curran works it to the far side. And it'll be a free hit well outside the semicircle as they play it to the corner, and Braintree deflects it to the sidelines. Right along the boundary, and it spins out of bounds. And the ball will be up top. So Braintree still will have to defend here in the opening couple minutes. Down on the far side, it is McDonough looking for a cross. And it goes out of bounds this time. Braintree will take over. So a little flurry there in the offensive end for the visitors from Canton. But Braintree standing tall on defense. And now Curran will knock it out for Braintree as they work it along the sideline. Taking a Braintree bounce as it's now worked up the field by Joyce. And Birchill has it knocked away off her stick as Lane deflects it away. As Marston also trying to get a defensive play for Braintree as that hit a Braintree foot. It will be deflected off of McLaughlin. Braintree spending a lot of time in their own end here the last minute and change, as that will be our first penalty corner. And this is obviously a good spot for a goal coming off a set play. Depending on the game, sometimes you'll see a lot of these, but not always. Similar to what they call a corner kick in soccer. But you have an advantage with an extra player as the whole defense is in the goal, and then they have to rush out once you pass it. So Braintree will withstand that chance. Nothing really to speak of for Canton on that opportunity. As it's worked down the far side of the field, and Braintree sends it back towards the midfield mark. And it's worked in the defensive end where McLaughlin on the backhand, looking to play it to the sideline. And the referee trying to get out of the way as it goes out of bounds for a Braintree hit. deep in their own end in that far corner. As Braintree sends it off a stick, as it was deflected away by number 9 Cunningham. And the free hit will be for Canton, with McDonough having the opportunity, sliding it to the far corner and down the sideline. A lot of opportunities here on this side of the field, as the whistle will be blown, and that will take away any scoring chance. So Corcoran in goal again for Braintree, the sophomore. We've seen Barrett at points here this year. And on the far side, right in front of the scorer's table, Canton will work it into the Braintree end. And then it's given away. So Braintree trying to get some passes together, string a few passes, work it up the field, but spending a lot of time in their defensive end here to start this ball game. As it looks like Braintree wants a substitution at the next break. So again, Braintree trying to get over 500 with the victory here today. Certainly would like at least a point. Getting points from most of your games is going to give you an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. It's the top 32 teams that make it into the postseason, and the teams over 500. So that's the goal. Try and win at least half your games, or get points from half of them. In some cases, you can get multiple ties that will help you into postseason play based on points. But I believe the ranking system here this year has changed a little bit in the fact that if you win by 3 or more, you get X amount of points, and if you lose by 3 or less, it's a better loss than losing by 3 or more. So it's changed a little bit as it's worked down the far side and out of bounds again. Braintree will have possession. So it'll be an interesting first year of that weighted system. We'll see how it translates over as it's worked into the Braintree end and nicely taken away by Burchill, who swings it to the far side of the field. Long run on that side as Woods was trying to get there. And it does go out of bounds off of Braintree. So closing in on about 8 minutes left here in the first quarter, still without a goal in this game. Down on the far side of the field, the Canton defense swinging it to the perimeter. Milkanis. And Braintree sending it right back in as it goes out of bounds into the Canton bench. Both sides with pretty good sized rosters. Canton with looking like at least 12 subs on that side of the field. Braintree certainly not with that many. I wonder if there's players not here for Braintree here today, but generally both sides have lots of subs, especially at the varsity level. So down the sideline it comes, right in front of us here, as it's off of Braintree. And that one deflects off Braintree again. Marston coming in defensively to slow that rush down. That ball was dangerously close to the face of Marston, who was being very aggressive, trying to get it up to Lee, who's trying to get the ball away right now. Number 9 in white, as it goes off of Braintree's foot. So 6.5 left here in the first quarter. Still no score between Braintree and Canton. And the call going the other way. Braintree thought they were going to have possession, and that was not the call from the official. And Canton, for some reason, just sends it down the field. Nobody was there. They tried to play it quickly, and that did not work out. Sometimes working the ball as quick as you can helps. In that case, it didn't, because the players were not ready for the ball. Lots of possession for Canton here in this opening quarter. Still not having a goal. Neither goalie has had to make a save yet. And we've only seen one penalty corner that Canton was not able to convert on. Played to the far corner and hit a couple players out in front of the goal as Lee now trying to use her speed and work it up the field. 1-on-3 as it's knocked towards the sideline, kept in bounds though, and apparently just out of bounds. There are multiple lines here on the turf field. It's the closest line, that's the boundary, closest to the field. Nice backhanded play here from Lane as she twirls it towards the goal. And now the shot deflecting in front, and it goes wide. Off a Canton stick, and Braintree will take over. Pretty quick moving first quarter as Braintree continuing to spend lots of time here in their own end. They have not had the ball past midfield very often, but they have not allowed a goal yet either. But certainly not the recipe for success if you're Braintree. You're not going to win many games playing this much time in your own end. So hopefully Braintree can adjust, start working the ball up the field. As it's worked to the far side. Long season, and every game is different. Some games you're going to dominate, some games you're going to be kind of back on your heels. And Braintree trying to get in rhythm now, gain some momentum. As we have 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. And Braintree finally over the midfield mark. See if they can get a shot on goal. As Burchill sends it over for Joyce. Braintree moving right towards the goal, and a shot is kicked out. So Braintree getting a quick scoring chance. Big swing. And then a big collision on the far side where Braintree is the guilty party. Woods coming in with the body, which obviously is not allowed. Far side of the field as Woods works it to the middle. Takes a good Braintree bounce, and here comes Joyce, who had the only shot to this point for Braintree. Really the only shot of this game, because Braintree, even though they spent so much time in their own end, have not really had to defend a shot. Nothing on goal. And the ball will be out of bounds. Braintree will have it up top. High top of the semicircle where Burchill will send it towards the goal. Hits a player. And now Braintree on the backhand. A little bit of contact there that they let go. And it goes out of bounds again. And Braintree will have to defend now. So not much time left here in the opening quarter, and Braintree with a much better sustained attack. Doesn't take many opportunities to get a goal, but this is a sport that could be very low scoring, depending on the game. You can also see lots of goals. Both sides doing a good job here in this first quarter of getting opportunities when they're there. And we will see a penalty corner. So second penalty corner of the first quarter, both for Canton as the shot is taken. Braintree still trying to get the ball away, and we'll see another one. So Canton in their road green uniforms, creating some havoc for Braintree here late in this first quarter. Under a minute and a half left. As the shot is taken in, it hit a Braintree leg, and that's going to sting. Blocking that shot for Braintree was Kathleen Lee, the sophomore. Got to be brave to get in front of the ball in this sport. just like you do in front of hockey, but you have definitely more padding in that sport. Not as much here in field hockey, especially on the legs, as the shot is blocked. Lee again getting in the way of that, as it's on the sideline for Marston, who has the ball, trying to work it through the defender, and does, as it pops free. And on the perimeter, Canton works it to the corner. Sent across, looking for a shot attempt as Braintree clears it to the outside. Another penalty corner late. Might be the last real opportunity we see here in the final seconds. And the quarter will not come to an end until Braintree clears. Shot attempt, and we will not have a goal as the quarter will come to an end, as Canton cannot register a goal here late, as the first 15 minutes have concluded here at Braintree High School, although I thought they would have kept things going until Braintree was able to clear it out. And that actually might be the case. I don't know why the referee had stopped play. That is going to be the situation here. The clock is at 0, but Braintree is going to have to clear it away before the first quarter comes to a close, even though the 15 minutes have ended. It's like added time, and that is going to do it. So nothing to speak of there as that hit a foot, and the chance goes by the board. No score after 15 minutes of play here at Braintree High School, and a 0-0 game between Braintree and Canton. We will continue our live stream broadcast, and we will come back for the second quarter after a quick break.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future, in a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing it. I love you always, Mom.
Welcome back to Braintree High School here on the side turf as we are ready for quarter number 2 in a scoreless game between Braintree and Canton. Mike Wassel bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV. Pretty good first 15 minutes of play, and Canton had an opportunity there late on a penalty corner that Braintree was able to defend. They had 4 total penalty corners in that first quarter. Braintree did not have any, but Braintree probably had the best chance of the game on a shot from just outside the semicircle. Really the only scoring opportunity of that quarter. So neither goalie really has had to make a ton of stops, but there's been chances towards the goal as the wind picks up here. You always get a slight breeze from the lake over at Sunset as it's over the midfield mark, and Canton working it into the Braintree end as Braintree defends it, and Marston not with a clear that she liked, and Braintree now will be forced into their own end. So we'll see if Canton can get a scoring chance from this. And Braintree doing a pretty good job there defending as the shot is not mustered on goal, and now Braintree will get the ball back anyway. So time of possession certainly favoring Canton here in this first half, but they have not gotten a goal. And Braintree now to midfield, but it hit a little bit high and the possession will go back the other way. So the Bulldogs working it into the Braintree end. As the shot goes towards the goal and wide. As Corcoran shuffling the feet and the pads as it went wide of the goal. So Curran will have the hit for Braintree here. They're going to clear their own end. And Marston. A lot of room there as she uses the middle of the field. As Braintree will continue to press it up the field. Birchill, a couple of nice stick handling plays. As it's on the far side now for Tenney, working it down the field. And the defense was able to slow it down. Braintree was going to have numbers moving it down the field. As we have another stoppage. One of the few things about this sport, it's very tough to get in rhythm sometimes with the number of stoppages. It really takes away momentum and forces teams to really lose positioning that they had on the initial chance, because once the referee blows the whistle, the teams can really get back into the play. Far side of the field, this one going out of bounds. Lots of balls out of bounds here in this game. As both sides utilizing the perimeters. As Braintree slides it to the outside. And it hit a Canton foot. So the players passing the ball to each other before the ball will be restarted. Birchill with some nice stick handling again. And then Braintree gives it away. Very chilly with this wind. As possession will go Braintree's way. Under 12 minutes left here in the second quarter. So getting ready for halftime. These two sides still deadlocked. So plenty of time remaining though before that halftime break. As this one going towards the goal, Braintree has to play it to the outside now. As McLaughlin clears it. And it's sent right back towards the goal where it is out of bounds again. And the ball will be Canton's. They'll have it up top. Right along the perimeter, it is Marston trying to work it past the defender McDonough. And Braintree does do a nice job of keeping possession as that one hit a foot, as it is now worked to the far side of the field. And the ball out of bounds off of Braintree. Work down the far side of the field where Braintree will take the ball momentarily before possession switches yet again. Good battle in front of the Braintree bench. As worked to the middle of the field, and again, Canton will continue with possession in a scoreless first half. 9:45 left here in the second quarter. And that shot attempt was off the ground, dangerous. When Braintree will take it over. So see if Braintree can get some offense here. They have not had tons of chances in this game, but doesn't take many opportunities to get one. Sometimes all you need is one or two chances. Get the only goal of a game, but certainly like to see a lot more time of possession if you are Braintree. Certainly put them in a position to win this game. And here is Joyce, who slips it back for Burchill. Braintree with a couple consecutive passes as it's taken away defensively on the backhand by Carlino. Far side, here is Wood. She takes it away. Sends it to the middle of the field. Takes a Canton bounce as they are able to work it down the sideline. And they'll get the call off of Braintree. Back and forth, the two sides go. Neither side giving much room to work with. Two very evenly matched teams. Good defense, and wow, play continues. Looked like a push there, but Braintree will have to defend, and they get the ball back right in front of midfield. As Burchill works it down at the sideline, and it goes out of bounds, where Braintree will continue with the ball. 8 minutes remaining here in quarter two. Still awaiting our first goal of this game. It's Braintree looking to get, again, a game over 500 with the victory. A 6-6 record heading into today's action, with postseason aspirations on the line. Good work on the far side as Lee trying to work it towards the middle of the field. And it goes out of bounds, but Braintree will keep possession. Good spot for Braintree's shot attempt. The ball will be brought up a little bit, actually more to the left. Trying to work it to the middle of the field now. And again, Braintree called for the infraction that will turn the ball over. As Canton trying to work it quickly up the field, deep into the Braintree end, as Curran sends it to the sideline. That's a nice play. Working it to the sideline, and Canton keeping the pressure on with the attack of Cunningham. Down the far side, McDonough. And McDonough swings it down the sideline. As the shot attempt was there, but they could not convert in front, and Braintree will take it back. So Braintree hoping to change the tide there after it looked like a pretty good scoring opportunity for Canton. They could not redirect it in. Certainly had a good scoring chance at their hands, but could not finish the play. As we're now going to be under 6 minutes to go in the first half. All Braintree jerseys back there as the defense trying to transition it now to the midfield. Good battle, both sides fighting for it as Braintree kicks it out all the way to the far side of the field, and it's kept inbounds. Nice play along that side of the field as Tenney works it down the sideline. And the Canton coach trying to get her team fired up with just 5:15 remaining. So Braintree possession. And that one again goes out off of Braintree. Braintree coming off of a tough loss to Notre Dame Academy. They've had some really tough home games here this year. Tough opponents. And they have another tough opponent on Wednesday, a couple days from today, against Needham. 4.5 remain here in the second quarter. Still no score. And it goes out for Braintree possession. Good sense from the beginning that this one was going to be close. Neither side really wanting to make a mistake. Has the chance in front. And it goes just wide. As the scoring chance was there at the hand of Canton. Cleared to the far side. Three and a half left as Braintree continuing to spend time here in their own end. Centering pass, a lot of space as the shot attempt, and it's kicked out. Nice save as Corcoran got it with the right pad. And Braintree with a big stop to keep this one scoreless. I don't know how much contact they generally allow here in this sport. Obviously, I've never played it, but you've seen a couple of times where Canton has used a little bit of the shoulder, maybe even a little bit of a push that they've gotten away with that's opened up space. And that created that chance from McDonough. But Corcoran was up to the test, was able to send it back out, keep this one at 0-0. Certainly getting the play that you're looking for from your goalie. It's a huge bonus in this sport. As Canton will send it to the sideline. Malkanis. Braintree trying to get the stick in there to poke it away. As Marston now defending. And she has it right back on her stick. Wayne McDonough again working it down the sideline. And Braintree called for the infraction. As Canton goes quickly with the ball. And McLaughlin, nice defensive play. As Joyce on the backhand gets it ahead for Marston. And Braintree will continue with the ball on the push. Final 90 seconds here of the first half. Nice pass from Tenney, finds Burchill, but gives it away, and Braintree gets a fortunate call in their favor. Just over a minute left, and Braintree hoping for one before the halftime break. Good rush as Burchill sends it towards the goal. Woods now hacking it towards the far side. And it goes out of bounds. Look like a stoppage here. Must have been a timeout called here with 50 seconds left. 52 seconds to be exact here in this. Well, they're going to call it the end of this first half, maybe? Hard to tell here. There's still time on the clock, but the two sides don't generally go towards their respective sidelines. I don't know if maybe the scoreboard was not working at one point or whatever had happened, but it looks like this first half has ended. And we will take a break in the action as we get ready for the second half in a scoreless game. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Braintree High School as we're ready for the start of the third quarter. Mike will also bring you the coverage here in a scoreless game. Pretty good first half. Kind of a weird glitch at the end of that second quarter where there was still time left on the clock. I don't know if there was a malfunction at one point, but the referees do have the time on their watches as well, so I'm assuming that there was some sort of a issue with the clock, but it seems to be working now. I'd been following along the whole time, so I didn't really notice anything specific, but nonetheless, the first half ended scoreless as Braintree now will try to work it over midfield. Really like to see Braintree get the ball up to Lee a few more times here in this second half, trying to get it to one of your more talented offensive weapons, and somebody that can really create things with their speed. So we'll see if Braintree can do a little bit more of that. Try and get some shots towards the goal. They really only had one shot attempt in that first half and really nearly turned into the only goal of the half. But Canton definitely has had the ball more often than Braintree has here in this game. But neither side has been able to get one past either goalie as Braintree works it down the sideline. And a whistle as that one went out of bounds. So we've already played a minute here into this third quarter. And a pretty good battle as the ball is worked to the middle of the field, and Braintree gets to it first as the whistle goes on number 11, Vrabel. And it's sent back up the field. Oh, nice hand-eye coordination by Woods as Woods will continue to give Braintree possession. Moving up the field will be Lee. As Burchill now able to split it. Getting it over to Woods, but she did make contact with the foot of Canton. So Braintree will continue with the ball. Let's see if they can get a shot off now. Pretty good sustained attack on this side of the field, but Braintree needs to get a shot towards the goal. Nice move from Burchill. Sends it towards the goal, looking for a deflection as it hit Marston's stick on the way through, and Braintree will get their first penalty corner of the game. So we'll see if they can take advantage. Try and get the game's first goal. Canton had a lot of penalty corners, mainly in that first quarter. They didn't have much in the second, but Braintree didn't have any penalty corners in that first half. See if they can do something from this. As it's sent over to Burchill, looks to send it across now. Burchill to Burchill they go on the pass. As Marston now sends it towards the goal, and Braintree will keep possession. Another penalty corner ensuing. Back-to-back opportunities as Braintree spent the last minute and change here in the attacking end as they look for the game's first goal. Really chilly wind here at Braintree High School. The sun has really gone in. I don't think it necessarily affects this sport in the fact that the ball is weighted. It's not really going to affect it as it would in soccer where the ball's in the air. The wind can definitely play with the ball more, but when the ball's on the ground in this sport, it doesn't really factor in as much. So Braintree was defended that time very well by Canton as they didn't get a shot off, but Braintree does still have the ball. Fortunate really to keep the possession. A little bit lackluster of a chance there from Braintree. They didn't really have as much urgency with that possession. And that was the reason they didn't get a quality shot off. Nice pass down the sideline as it's sent to the middle of the field. That's a good scoring chance as Lee banged away at it and could not get the shot on goal. Backhanded opportunity now. Braintree still with it out in front of the goal, and the chance does not happen. So at 10:40 left here in the third quarter. The ball will be Canton's, but Braintree will try and keep them pinned in. As the Bulldogs work it out past midfield, down the sideline. It's going to be a tough ball to keep in play, and it does hit the sideline. As that takes a Braintree bounce as they get it towards the sideline, and then it goes out again off of Braintree. Oh, that took a awkward deflection off of Wood's stick, which she's used to deflecting the ball like that in hockey, except that obviously it's a puck in that situation. It really took a big bounce. The ball will be placed right around the 45-yard line here on the turf field. As that ball was up high, taken right out of the air by Burchill. As Burchill on a one-on-one battle with number 16 Lane for Canton as they work it down the sideline for Vrabel. Vrabel to the middle of the field where Braintree defends it. Look at everybody getting their stick down on the ground to knock it away. As Braintree blocking the shot, taking that one right out of the air, and then what looked like more of a cross-check. Braintree guilty of the infraction. Unintentional, but pretty big collision. Chance in front of the goal as Canton looking for a shot. Braintree fortunate that that one went through a couple sticks. And nobody was able to make contact, and now Braintree has a chance at their disposal as Lee looking to get it all the way by the defense, rolls it through. Here's a 2-on-1 with Woods to her right. And the chance is knocked to the sideline. Canton able to defend that one because Braintree had an odd man rush up the field. Braintree looked like they were going to have a scoring chance, but the defense was able to work it to the sideline and take away that chance here with 7:55 to go here in the third quarter. As we remain scoreless, neither side wanting to give up a goal because the way this game was going, one goal may be enough to win it. Deep into the Braintree end as that one is out of bounds. McLaughlin knocks it off the defense. Far side of the field as Canton works it into the Braintree end. They look for a centering pass, as it will be a penalty corner opportunity here for Canton. Trying to get the game's first goal. Here with 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Nice pass down at the perimeter as the shot attempt deflects up high. It's kicked out initially, and play will continue on the side of the field. That's a big stop by the Braintree defense, but they still will be pinned in their own end. So we'll see another penalty corner as time continues to click off the clock here in the third quarter. Shot taken, and it went just wide of the far post as Vrabel had a stick in that vicinity, but was not able to deflect it home. Five and a half remaining in a scoreless game. Braintree and Canton here on BCam TV. Thanks for watching the live stream broadcast. We're live on YouTube and the Braintree BCam station. Channels 9 and 28 on Verizon and Comcast, as Woods getting a stick on that one. And we continue on this side. So Canton with now their third penalty corner here on the possession. They have not been able to score one yet, but they're spending a lot of time in the Braintree end, and this is not what Braintree wants, obviously. This makes it tough to really get opportunities at the other side of the field when you're spending this much time in your defensive side. As that one hit a foot, as Lee again hit with the ball, and that deflects in for the game's first goal. So I had a feeling that eventually Canton was going to capitalize on one of their chances as they send home the goal and make it a 1-0 game in favor of the visitors. So a goal scored here, and that was number 23 McDonough, who had scored the goal and makes it 1-0. So Braintree will have to play from behind with just 4:45 remaining here in this third quarter. First goal of the game took 2.5 quarters to get it. And Braintree now needs at least one in order to tie this game. So whistle goes against Braintree as it's sent down the field, and that's going to go out of bounds. So Braintree at 6-6 here on the season, in danger of slipping to 6-7 with the loss. And they're down 1-0, so they have some work to do. Plenty of time left in this game. Whistle going on Hannigan. Braintree's got to start to take advantage of some of these mistakes, as Lane was able to work it to the middle of the field, taking away what would have been a rush for Braintree up the field. As Joyce works it right in front of the Canton bench, and then it goes out of bounds for a Braintree hit. Actually, that was a substitution for Braintree. Up the field, Braintree starting to find some space. They could not connect the pass, though. And they will get the ball in their favor, as Braintree works it over midfield as the wind picks up. Well, that was a dangerous play in their own end, and the defense got down to block the shot, but that was an illegal play, as Braintree will continue with possession. Under 3 minutes left. Braintree looking for the tying goal. As this one sent towards the goal, it was partially blocked. Kept in by the backhand of Burchill for the moment, and then now down on the far side as they have a rush up the field and working it past the Braintree defense. On the far side, it is the rush of Cunningham, and Braintree again called for that one hitting their foot. 2:15 left here in the third quarter. The first goal of the game being scored here. Canton with the only goal to this point. As Braintree will get possession back. Right in front of the Canton sideline. Braintree will get the ball as they fire it down the field. Looking to get it over to Lee. So final 90 seconds here of quarter number 3. 1-0 lead for Canton. As Braintree able to intercept. Seen a lot of the Braintree starters here in this game. They haven't gone deep into their bench, knowing that this is a very important game at 6-6 on the season. Certainly don't want to fall below 500. That's the threshold of the playoffs. And Braintree's schedule doesn't get much easier in the next game against Needham. Always a powerhouse. Under a minute left, 45 seconds to be exact. And it's Braintree with the ball in their own end. Hannigan works it back to the defensive Lee, trying to get it over to Hannigan again. That's the final half minute. Canton trying to get something late. And Braintree will get the ball back. They have one more chance left. Ten seconds remaining. As Braintree called for the whistle. And the quarter is pretty much going to come to a close here before any scoring chance will occur. And the third quarter has come to a close. Canton has scored the only goal to this point as McDonough gets the goal and gives Canton the 1-0 lead after 3 quarters. So 15 minutes left here at Braintree High School, and the Wamps down 1-0. We're back for fourth quarter action here on BCAM TV after a break. Welcome back to Braintree High School, fourth and final quarter. Getting ready. Mike Walson bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV, and Braintree needing at least a goal here to tie this up after McDonough scored for Canton about 9 minutes into the third quarter, the only goal of this game. As Braintree looking to battle here in this fourth quarter, they need at least a goal. I feel like recently Braintree's offense has struggled. They didn't get a goal in the game against Notre Dame Academy. They haven't scored yet here in this game, so they're not allowing a ton, but you still have to score some in order to win. So Braintree will keep the ball. Birchall fanning on the pass as Braintree now has to defend here. It's a 1-on-3. As Canton works it past the Braintree defense on the side, slipping. And Braintree defense with a clearing attempt that did not work. And on the middle of the field, Canton with a shooting lane, and Braintree able to kick that one out. Big stop by Corcoran to keep it a 1-0 game. As Braintree tripped up a bit. Curran in her own end, sends it towards the sideline. And now Braintree with it, as Birchall works it right down the sideline, but it does go out of bounds. Along the sideline, good battle here. As Woods trying to get her stick in there to knock it away. So that one goes towards the perimeter, and it's out of bounds. Along the sidelines, Braintree playing it, and it was deflected off the stick of Carlino. Another whistle against Braintree. 12:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been a pretty quick moving game, just the one goal. to hit Braintree. So it will be a penalty corner here inside the semicircle. Braintree does not want to surrender another goal here in this game. They're already down 1. Cannot afford to go down 2. Obviously, goals have been hard to get in this game. As Braintree with the block, and then the shot and goal as Canton goes ahead 2-0. So for the second time in this game, Braintree has given up a goal off a penalty corner. And that is going to have to be something Braintree's going to have to work on moving forward. They're going to have to do a better job defending off these penalty corners. Looked like Cunningham was the one that dropped the ball down. The goal scorer generally picks the ball up and drops it at midfield. Very tough sometimes with the number of players in front of the goal. And the ball does change direction quite often in front. And Canton now takes a commanding 2-0 advantage here with 11.5 left. Braintree still with some time left, but if you're Braintree, you can't expect to score 2 goals right in a row. Just try and make a little marking here for yourself. Maybe around the 5-6 minute mark you get one, and then you give yourself another 5 or 6 minutes to get another. So try and set some goals and see if Braintree can adhere to that. As Woods fires it into the attacking side. Gets past the stick of Burchill, who tries to get back in the play, and does get picked up by Tenney, who will keep the ball moving forward for Braintree as she slipped on her passing attempt. Braintree knocked it away for a moment, and then Canton gets it back. As Braintree needs 2 goals. Up the field. As Joyce in a battle does get it. As she has the middle of the field, but it was defended well. Burchill does have it now. Good stick handling. Trying to go past the defender, and it hit her foot. Braintree will keep the ball. Burchill continuing with it, and again off the leg. But it is going against Braintree this time. With 10 minutes left. That's a nice pass that goes all the way up for Cunningham. There's Cunningham now on the far side. 2-0 advantage, and she is tripped up. And Braintree will be put back in another vulnerable spot. Down 2-0, another penalty corner. So Braintree's really making life difficult for themselves with this many penalties against. It's putting them and the goalie at a very big disadvantage. We've already seen Canton score twice in this exact similar situation, so this is their bread and butter, as they this time could not get a shot off. Now a spinning chance here. McDonough, as Corcoran a couple times kicks it out, and the defense interferes with that. Corcoran was trying to battle in front. Looked like a Canton player was really making contact with her, which is not going to allow that goal to happen. Almost looked like a shoving match right in front of that goal. But it does remain 2-0 with 9 minutes left. As Braintree in danger of dropping below 500 with a loss. You could sense that Canton was a very strong team just from the start of this game. They possessed the ball very strongly in that first quarter, and it has continued as they have a chance in front of this goal now. Looking to make it 3-0, but Braintree's defense holds. So now Braintree needing some urgency. As Burchill goes down, but does get the ball up ahead. Here is Lee. Lee looking to get Braintree on the board. Looking to pass it back for Burchill. As they continue, the two sisters work it back to each other. As Callie now works it up the field. And Burchill with the shot right towards the goal. It deflects right at the side. Still no shot on goal yet. And Braintree does not get one. So they had their chance they were looking for to try and get the game back to 2-1, but could not convert in front. Frustrating game again offensively for Braintree with no goals on the board. And we're nearing 3.5 quarters in. As Canton trying to draw They're drained some clock. With 7.5 left, they have it in the attacking end. And Braintree gets the ball back. This seems to have some type of playoff feel, even though we're obviously not in the playoffs yet, but it's really a good atmosphere, and it's certainly good for the teams to play these type of games with the intensity, and the two teams very similarly matched. Obviously Canton with the lead right now, but Braintree has played right with them for most of this game, obviously giving up one in the third and one here in the fourth, both off penalty corners. Braintree with an opportunity here in front of the goal, looking to get one. Really would put them in a good spot here if they could get one before the 6-minute mark. And another chance that goes by the boards. 6:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Braintree down 2-0 here at home. Nice play though by Marston, who got the ball for Braintree, and they keep the ball. Defense blocks the shot as Bohane got in there to knock it away, and here comes Canton up the field. Onto the stick now, number 47, Cohen. And it's just worked down the field, long way down, and that's, in my opinion, just trying to drain the clock. Just sending it down the field like that. And in this sport, they do not have stoppages unless you call a timeout, so every second is precious right now for Braintree, down 2. Braintree does not want to keep wasting time. Already lost about a half minute on that opportunity. And that hit a Canton foot. Braintree keeps it going. Birchall sends it all the way back to Curran. As Curran with the ball at midfield, slides a pass. Pretty good passing here by Braintree. As Birchall now looking for a shot, fires it towards the goal. It's still loose in front as Hannigan gets knocked down, and Braintree will get a chance they were looking for here on a penalty corner with 5 minutes left. Canton scored twice on penalty corners. Braintree, you're not going to say it's a must-need score here, but you really do have to get one here. Nearing the end of this game, and you're down 2. This might be one of the better chances you'll have left in this game. As again, Braintree with the pass. Here is Birchall, has the space, takes the shot, and it was blocked. Rebound as it caroms in front of the goal. Braintree still digging away at it, and they will get another chance. So another penalty corner, 4.5 left. Braintree with a pretty good flurry. Trying to get one here. Cut the lead in half. Long way to go, but Braintree needs one. Quick pass, shot attempt, Joyce. It's deflected in front, and it somehow stays out. Braintree just cannot get one. They've had chances, just could not get that one to go. Nice steal by Tenney. That was Hannigan on the far post that nearly knocked it home for Braintree, but it stayed out. Canton right now trying to drain some clock, clear the ball, and work it on the other side of the field, and that's what they're doing right now. With 3:45 to go, they send it to the Braintree end. And that one towards the far side, where it does go out of bounds, and Braintree trying to make things happen quickly. 3.5 remaining. As Braintree will have the ball. Braintree with a 2-goal deficit. Really couldn't have asked for a better sequence of opportunities in that last chance. 2 penalty corners, and Braintree had about 3 or 4 shots towards the goal. I don't think the goalie ever had to make a stop, but Braintree did have back-to-back opportunities with the shot, but just could not get it towards the goal. As Lee now trying to get the ball forward. And down the field. 2.5 left. As Canton will have the ball. Quick pass. And Braintree with the steal. As Burchill gets it ahead for Lee, and Lee now to the far side, and here comes Braintree up the field. Opportunity starting for Braintree as Lee now looking for a crossing pass. As the pass is in the direction of Burchill, unfortunately, it gets underneath the stick. And Braintree keeps the ball. 1:45 left as Tenney spins it towards the goal. It did get blocked. And Braintree's keeping the ball in. As Joyce fans on the shot. And on the far side of the field, it is Canton here in the final 90 seconds. And if they can work it on the Braintree side, this is going to be very tough for Braintree to get back in this. As they continue to trail by 2, and right now the Wamps in danger of being shut out for the second straight game. One goal in the third, one goal here in the fourth for Canton after a scoreless first 2.5 quarters, but they broke through in the third, got an insurance goal here in this fourth, and Braintree here in the final minute looking to keep the shutout off the board. As Braintree has the ball, they have to hurry. 50 seconds left. As this one is hammered towards the goal, Lee in front, knocks it down, and could not get the shot off. Now she spins, shoots, and it stopped. And Braintree just cannot get one past the goalie. With a half minute left, Braintree trying to get one. As now Maggie Curry, the sophomore, coming in, and she'll take the penalty corner, sends it up top. As Tenney sends it back for Burchill, who sends the shot high. Burchill traps it down. And Braintree here in the final seconds is going to see the game come to a close as they could not score. So Canton really a very strong defensive game here today. They shut out Braintree 2-0, and Braintree played a pretty good game here today. Just ran into a good team, and Canton got one in the third, one in the fourth. And Braintree did not find a goal for the second straight game as they dropped this one 2-0, dropped to 6-7 with the loss, and Braintree's got to start to find some ways to get creative and find some opportunities to score, because they didn't have a ton of chances here in this game. They did have a lot of chances late in this fourth quarter on a couple consecutive penalty corners, but they could not get one past the goalie, and Braintree drops to 6-7 with a 2-0 loss here today. So our coverage has concluded here today. Live stream broadcast here on BCAM TV. I want to thank everybody for joining. On behalf of our camera person here today, Martha Constantinides, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.